Well, good morning, and I can give you a third good morning. Don't mind the rain. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here in Barbados. I've actually been around the south coast this morning. I was supposed to call my driver and tell her exactly where we were stopping, but I was hustling from point A to point B because I went up by Silver Sands, way too much wind coming in from more of the south area, so I really couldn't find anywhere whatsoever to shelter in case the rain decided to bless us. And therefore I came down to the world's best beach, or the best beach in the world. No matter how you say it, still summarizes to be the same thing. You see, no one is out on the beach this morning. Well, I say no one. There are two people that are walking the beach this morning besides me, everybody else, you can tell, is obviously still cuddled up in a room thinking that only sunrises in Barbados are beautiful. That is not the case at all. Early morning in Barbados, beautiful. Look at the colors, the tones, the lights. It's just absolutely gorgeous this morning. Tide right now, going into low tide. It's going to be a beautiful morning down here for sure. There's only one daytime low today. The other one is at 7 something tonight. So any of you that are on the island, enjoy the morning as it is. It is beautiful today for sure. All right, as we are here this morning, I'm not too sure exactly who watches what we're doing and stuff, but I need to draw your attention to these coconut trees, to anyone that can help us. We had this plea last year, and because the sand came up earlier on, like around November and December, the plea sort of like stopped. However, as you can see, the condition of these trees are dire. All of the root structure to the front section, to the side sections, is all rotten and is all eaten out. The only thing that's holding these trees here is the section where you're seeing the sand now, where the root structure is, because as you can clearly see, underneath is all eaten out. I don't know if there's anyone on here that has any kind of influence or anything, but you know, there was verbal consent which never went into written consent last year, so nothing can be done out here. But if nothing is done, we're most definitely going to lose these trees. Just to give you an indication, it doesn't end at these trees here, because the only thing that's holding these sand in place here right now, or this sand in place here right now, is the root structure on these trees itself. So as you can appreciate, if these trees die, this sand is going to go, and then those next trees will be under threat. So anyone who's on here this morning making another plea, please to do something if you can. If you have any kind of authority to do any sign-in, or if you have the, if you know anyone that has the authority, you know, I'd be happy to show them. It doesn't bother me. I'm not really the one that's promoting the cause here. That is being done by the Crystal Waters friends, etc. They have already sourced the equipment and the manpower to do it. They're just waiting for the approval to go ahead. So even if you get in contact with me, that's no problem. I don't mind bringing you down here and showing you what I'm talking about, so you can see it for yourself firsthand. You know, I will do anything to help these tree line, or help this tree line here, because I think this is critical to this section of the coastline. You know, it's hard to say we're going to beautify Barbados, but if we allow a tree grove like this here to go down, I think that is negative. I do not think that's positive. Again, this is not a political comment. This is not any other thing except for a person in desperation asking for anyone who can help with this situation, please to do so, because this is the best beach in the world, my home beach. But as you can see, we're going to lose a critical set of trees here on the actual coast itself. All right, enough on that topic. So we will go on that another time, and we will do some pictures at another day for that. But we're just going to take a little stroll on the beach this morning. Not the best of conditions for a beach day, but beautiful conditions what. So, you know, as you can see, it is warm. I think last temperature that I read was 24 degrees. It did see a dip of 23 at one stage again, but I would say it's about 24 now for sure. The water is chilly. I know you would have seen me go in just now and do a little showing off as usual, but the water definitely has a little bit of nip to it. I'm going to turn around now and see if we see the South Point Lighthouse. All right, we can see that still, so that means there's nothing right now about to pour on us, I don't think. But I think this is a perfect setting now for us to say our serenity prayer. Now I've finished with my ranting. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. All right, now if you have understanding of the serenity prayer, you will know what I did this morning by putting out a desperate plea is the only thing that I can do. Everything else is out of my control. So it's in God's hands now, and those that have the authority to do anything about this area. Just a beautiful, beautiful morning though. Overcast, had a lot of rain yesterday. Yesterday was tons of rain, but it was beautiful for me because I was able to stay in the house and just share love and kindness with everyone yesterday. Spent a long time yesterday on the comments. Really enjoyed myself. They were absolutely fun. It was surprising how many people enjoyed the rainy walk yesterday. So what I've done is I've placed down our shield, our rain shield, and we're going to take a little walk into the sea. Now I did say to bring your water gear just in case. Right now you can see there is scattered cloud around. Basically as the forecast has said, I haven't seen any of the moderate to strong showers yet this morning, but we did have them like early on this morning before light started to come up. But that has changed quite a bit now. It is back to just overcast, but you can see there are a lot of dense clouds over to the east of the island. Any of you that are on the island, don't worry. This is just a beautiful day. A different, beautiful day. I'm going to give you all a waterborne 360 in case any wind decides to pick up or if the water decides to get a little more choppy and splashy. So we'll do that now. Scotch and soda. The water mark for the south coast of the island. So as you see this vessel, you know where you are. This has been wrong. When I came to this beach, as far as I can remember back, this was here. Even when I was a little fella up at Bike Shot House. So that would tell you this boat has been wrong for a very, very long time. I'm not too sure exactly when it was purchased or anything, but Ram, good morning to you, my friend. I had to say kudos to you to maintain this boat for this long and keep it in operation. What you would have to call it, an extended slow 360 this morning, but who's in a rush? As you can see here again, a little bit of sign that the sun is trying to make its way up, but I don't think we're going to see that this morning at all. So basically this morning we're just going to take a little stroll in this area and enjoy a little bit of the best beach in the world. Now looking from here, I know we have finished our run, but looking from here, can you imagine what down here, how down here is going to be impacted if they lose this front set of trees? The difference down here is going to be in the beauty that this will definitely lose. So again, I'm begging someone, do something for me and try and help out the situation here, please. You see no one down for breakfast this morning. Phyllis, try and get up out of bed. Jeez. I know Phyllis was here all tucked into her blanket and stuff and enjoying the cooler weather. Well, I know she's accustomed to cold weather, but when you come to Barbados, you know, you will feel chilly. I was laughing the entire Wednesday at some friends that I was hanging out with who were from Canada, from very cold areas, that were telling me about how cold the conditions were and how they had to put a blanket over them when they're on the deck, etc, etc. And it's quite comical to hear that, because a lot of people on the other end, they're not here on vacation, saying that doesn't happen. I think that is something that they don't remember, because it does get most definitely a little chilly here. For example, this morning, not cold, but the breezes are crisp, coming off of the east at a good steady speed. And with this water on you, it's feeling a little bit on the chillier side. I would say nippy side, I wouldn't say chilly. It's not, I'm not worried at all about the temperature. I feel extremely comfortable. So as we have a lot of rain this morning and stuff, we're just gonna stroll this beach. Now I was trying to put this off because I was trying to time this with the opening of the Royal Bliss so that we could do our walk through there, but I guess we would do that anyhow. So when they're completely finished and they're ready for me to do my walkthrough, I will most definitely do it. Just to give you a little bit of information on this beach itself. Now the office that I refer to can be anywhere that runs from Coral Sands to the Sleuth Gate in the east. And that is because we need to continuously move the office on occasions. And that's because obviously with the movement of crowd and stuff from hotels and stuff, we need to relocate. But the original, the noted in Google office is the Sanitary Grove, which is directly in front of us. I like to always mention this, you know, because people that come to Barbados, I would have to say part-time Bajans, put in so much into this island, and a lot of Barbadians don't realize the type of not only investment as in money, but the type of investment as in sweat and tears that our part-time Bajans put into this island is quite amazing. For example, this grove here, I'm not talking about the 2, 3, 4 trees above that are very, very tall, you're seeing, because they've been there for a very long time. But this entire grove here with all these small coconut trees in this section here were planted by my French-Canadian family out of Granby in Quebec. That's the Santerre family. And because of them planting this here, I actually call this the Santerre Grove. And you can find it, if you look at Santerre Grove, it actually does have a postal address. So you can get that if you would like. Now this is what was the traditional office between the months of January and March. This is where we frequented, my angel, myself, and our family from Quebec. And this is where we sat all the time. Now, I can show you why it was the preferred spot. Offers shade, of course, but look at the views that you also get from here. Tell me how many office windows you know that offer this type of beauty. Now, when we're here, we work so hard that we don't see this all the time. You know, because you have to read the lines in the back of the eyelid sometime as well. Even in work, you have to do that. So you can understand that sometimes we come here, just go horizontal and crash out, and the day just passes. Now, my family come down here at this time that we're walking right now, put down their chairs, go back up, have breakfast, come back down, spend the entire day here, go up for lunch, come back down and watch the sunset. That will tell you how devoted they are to the beach. But this is one of the contributions that some of our part-time Bajans have made, created an area this beautiful just by picking up coconuts and planting them every time they've come. All of these trees here were planted by them. Good morning. Believe it or not, this is the one that is their pet. This is 7 years, approximately 7 years old now. It's having real difficulty growing because, as you can see from around the root system here, a lot of the sand has gone. Now we had old trailer, a rotten trailer. You see it right here now in the distance. That was actually out here with the old boat hull. It used to sit just in front of these trees. You know, cosmetically, it was certainly not beautiful. But now they've moved it, you can see all the erosion that's gone on because it actually was holding a sandbank just in front of these coconut trees. So moving that for obvious reasons has created sort of like a loss of a barrier for these trees. So these are taking some licks. This is not the time that you're going to see all the erosion. The real erosion is going to come like down into March and in April when these south coast swell conditions and tides get more severe at that time. So a lot of these trees will be under threat again. So you can understand the ones above how close they are to going down now. Last year I thought it was going to go, especially when the tropical hurricane passed here, but they were a little stronger than I thought. But the amount of rotten roots that I'm seeing underneath them itself definitely causing concern for sure. If you want to swim and not go anywhere, right at the end of this groin here, all of the water that comes in over this reef and comes in through the channel above by Ross Trevor Hotel, all comes down through this section here. You can see how fast the water is moving. So this is why we like to float out here, my angel and myself, because we will float with the currents, don't do anything, and do what we call a power float. This is a lot of hard work, but someone has to do it. But as you can see, the current that goes around here is very, very strong. It is extremely difficult to walk around this point from the west side around this point here when the currents are really ripping, because they're so strong you really can't keep your foot in. So you can just hop in here, drift around if you would like, and come in on the lower beach, because the current does let you off just a little bit on the inside of this blue hull boat here. But as I said, if you want to swim and stuff, you can, and you want to go nowhere really, you can come to the edge of this groin here and you can just swim into the current and just keep swimming until you get exhausted, because the current won't stop. Coral Sands, I'm not too sure what's going on with this. We did do a tour yesterday. We passed Blue Horizon Hotel. We talked about the worms that used to run that, and that they now own Coral Sands. This is the property that the former owners of Blue Horizon own. I'm not too sure what's going on with it. I don't see any for sale signs or anything. I have seen a lot of scaffolding over the last few weeks where they were prepping the outside and cleaning off all the outside and power spraying it, but I haven't seen anything else. The whole deck was also relayed as well around the pool, so I know there's some plans, but I don't know if there are plans for sale or if there are plans to reopen. But that hasn't opened since COVID hit the island for sure. Beautiful morning. It is a lowish tide, so we're able to walk all down here on the sand without any problems with the sea coming up. You can see a little bit of sargassum. The east coast is really getting impacted heavily, but as you would have seen from Foul Bay, we didn't see much up there, and we certainly aren't seeing too much on this side either. That will change going into the year if it follows its trend over the last 7 years. That will most definitely change, and we will see some sargassum later on in the year. Hopefully not now, but a lot later in the year. Just want to give you a little quick look down at Cacra Bank, which is also Worthing as well. A lot of you refer to that as Worthing. Us locals call it Cacra Bank. That was where the Blue Orchid is, down in that section there. So beautiful, beautiful beaches. Little small little cove here as well. This is not here all year round at this size for sure, but it is a fairly nice cove right now, especially at the low tide. Feeling a few sprinkles coming, so we may have to pull out our rain shield before we get back up. I just want to really walk you the length of this beach. You know, it is daybreak, so we're together. The most important thing is that we have somewhere to come and speak to our friends and loved ones this morning, somewhere to come and assemble and feel some peace before the day starts. You know, we are prayed for our serenity prayer this morning, but you know, I also pray for world peace, and I'm sure all of you are joining me on that as well, because we definitely don't need wars. We need peace. Peace and love. That is the way forward. Definitely feeling a few sprinkles now, but as I said, if we need, we'll pull out our rain gear. Good morning to you, my darling angel. I see you're on board again with us this morning. Thank you for being here. Actually, thank all of you all for being here, because on a rainy, overcast day, you could easily have said, look, I'm done with that, I'm going to stay in bed a little longer. But thank you. Right now we have 55 on board, so I know we're going to be far more than that, because some people come on for a couple of minutes and then go off. But for sure, I'd like to thank all 55 of 54 of you that are presently on board for being here this morning, and anyone else that comes through to keep our company and drop their love and care with us, even if they're only on for a couple of seconds. You can see South Point's beginning to disappear. That is my usual landmark, telling me that we are definitely going to be encountering some rain. That's the furthest point that you're barely probably making out right now. So the rain is most definitely coming this way, because that is where the winds are coming from as well. This is just so beautiful. Now, I remember in the COVID time, I would come on this beach and see no one. All these hotels were closed. There were no umbrellas, no beach chairs, nothing. So we're basically, besides the lady run on the beach, we're basically seeing what down here looks like in its raw, beautiful way. We're not seeing any umbrellas, no beach chairs, nothing. We're just seeing the raw beauty of the most beautiful beach in the world. This tree here did come down in the hurricane. This coconut tree here snapped completely on the hurricane that we had last year. I don't know if I experienced any hurricane winds, but the island definitely recorded hurricane winds. We were down here, if you remember, doing a vlog. We come out whenever we can, whenever it's physically possible. As long as we're given life, we are supposed to gather. Even if it is underneath a tent, just gathering and saying good morning is the important thing. It doesn't have to be long. It just has to be there for us to have the opportunity to meet with our friends and loved ones. Still no one down to breakfast. Come on, people, come down and enjoy this beautiful Barbados. Don't mind the rain, don't be frightened for it. It's only liquid sunshine, heavenly blessings. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of umbrella here now. As you can appreciate, the winds are real strong, so this umbrella should be quite interesting to how it works out here. Just give me 1 second, let me do some setting up here. Today we have a different umbrella. We have the beach umbrella today, the one that we bring out when we want to avoid getting sand on the other one. The other one is a classy umbrella then. That's our roadwear umbrella, but we're using our beach umbrella this morning. Still not able to pull it right up, so just give me a second. There we go. Very strong winds, so it's a challenge to walk with this gimbal and also hold this umbrella, that is for sure. But no way, we're gonna do it together. All right, one more time, last look at these trees for this morning. Most definitely not the last look at them, because every time we come here, I'm going to take photos, and I'm going to do vlogs, and I'm going to put it up until something gets done here. or until they fall, which is not certainly what I want. Beautiful crystal waters. Tomorrow down here will be a different story. Hopefully the rain will hold off, because this will be the place to be tomorrow for sure. I mean, for the last 2 weeks I've been here, I met up with a lot of our bad behaved EMC family, party animals that they are. Hopefully I'll be able to do so with some more of you all this week as well. Looks totally different like this versus when it's packed with people having a great time, as you would know. Ooh, wind's going stronger. So hardly anyone around really this morning. I saw a couple of our friends who usually go exercising on the morning, but they told me that it was just too difficult yesterday morning. They got drenched while we were walking with an umbrella along Hastings. They were running along the boardwalk getting soaked, so they had a rough morning yesterday for sure. The Royal Bliss should be coming online really soon. If any of you don't know where the Royal Bliss is, it is what used to be known as Chateau Blanc. That is just right here. I have spoken to some people that have done some walkthroughs to the rooms, and they told me that it is spectacular. Totally different to what it was before. The same footprint, same shell, but the interior has completely been vamped and changed. Carib Beach Bar, another favorite. For those of you that have never been here, this is a place you run over to on Sunday evening after you finish at Crystal Waters. This goes on till around 11 or 12 at night, somewhere in that kind of time frame. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't know what the weather is like, but I do know that there are a lot of plans to have action on this beach this weekend, so hopefully they will be able to get out here and enjoy this here for themselves, everyone. As you can see, no beach chairs out yet. Normally at this time of morning, beach chairs will be out, umbrellas will be going up. All of these areas here are just these big containers on the beach. Not really the most beautiful, but their function is perfect. These actually hold the umbrellas from blowing away. So I've seen umbrellas stand up out here in very strong winds where normally they would not do so. So you all know how dangerous a flying umbrella is. So sometimes we need to have these kind of things. And to be honest with you, when we put the beach chairs around these, we don't actually notice these. I see somebody over here playing a hiding. I'm going to go for them right now. Good morning, Randy. I'm carrying you all right into this gallery here. Don't mind. I'm not going to wash off my feet. They're going to quarrel with me, but don't mind. I have to sweep up these almond leaves. Randy, how are you going this morning, man? I'm wonderful. How was yesterday? Rainy? Yeah. Wonderful. You're stopping me, rain, man. Let me get you back on the shelter. You don't have to stand up there. I'm on an umbrella, you know, buddy. And you know, this is Randy, my friend, from the Falls in Canada. Yeah, it's a wonderful man. So looking forward to meeting you all again this evening and do some jamming. Hopefully the weather will clear. You have a great day and say to everybody for me, alright? Thanks, man. Cool. Alright, so last time you all would have seen some photos of me on a deck. Oops. Sorry for leaving the sand on your deck. Don't let Christine quarrel with me. Yeah, so this is where I like to hang out. These are my friends that come here every year, usually here 3 to 4 months to rent this property, and others rent properties in the immediate area, and then everyone comes here and assembles and relaxes in the afternoon. Just a beautiful, beautiful atmosphere. Yes, everyone's saying good morning to Randy. The usual thing, spreading our love, spreading our care and kindness to everyone that we come in contact with. Just great. So this gentleman here is not renting beach chairs at the moment. He's overseas getting some work done. So if you're coming to this beach, you're going to be renting beach chairs from Spock's Beach Chairs. Good morning to you all. How are you all this morning? Awesome, wonderful. Spock's Beach Chairs are located in this area, so if you're coming down, grab a spot early o'clock, especially if it's Sunday. Down here it gets very busy. I mentioned before, there are offices all over. Anywhere that you find shade on this section of beach between the Sleuth Gate and Coral Sands is what we term as our office. As you can see, Randy's inside of his office, just on the inside of that gallery. Beautiful morning here in Barbados for sure. As I said before, don't mind the rain. Anyone that wants to see Star Girl, let me take you over and introduce you to Star Girl if you're not familiar with her. This is our Star Girl. She is our beach dog for this beach. She and Coco, who are usually out here, I don't see him this morning. He's a bad behaved boy. They usually are out here every day. These dogs here are like family to everyone that comes into Barbados. Star Girl has been around for years. As you can see, she's not a young girl, but every time people return to this island, she has her family. She will go and sit with them on the different chairs and just enjoy herself with them. She's a beautiful dog. Star Girl, good dear. Hello, darling. As you can see, she's a real beach dog. Rain, no matter what, she's gonna hang out on the beach because this is what she does. She has plenty of areas of shelter. She can go in with Randy and them all the time, so it doesn't make any difference, but she's gonna just hang out on the beach because she is a beach dog. Alright, so we've walked the entire length of this beach. Just want to bring everyone out this morning and join together as we always do. That's what we do, rain or shine. I know it's not the usual brilliant sunshine day on the beach, but it is still a beautiful day. And trust me, I'm walking all around out here this morning, bareback, no shirt. As you would have seen, I went in the sea. So conditions here are definitely on the warmer side than most places in the world today. Facilities I've mentioned before, and Tickles Beach Bar. For all of those that know Tickles, this is going to be really popular today. Later on today, there should be a lot of action this evening if the rain eases off. If not, it's not a problem. We catch it on another day. War wagon out there, only car in the car park at the moment. A lot of people avoiding this kind of weather. I don't know why, but it's beautiful. Have a wonderful day to each and every one of you. I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of a rainy tour. I have had a great time. It's just like yesterday. Yesterday I had one of the most amazing walks in the rain. It's something that we don't normally do. So walking in the rain for me was a pleasure. It was a joy. It was a breath of fresh air, actually. Really, really had a good time. And this morning, yeah, well, we haven't seen brilliant sunshine. We haven't seen what we normally see in the morning, but this is the whole thing. We don't normally see this. So enjoy what we are taking in today. You know, there's beauty all around us. We just have to look. You can find the rainiest day and you can still find beauty. You can find the day with the most snow. You can still find beauty. I admit, shoveling, scraping, etc., etc. would not be something that you'd want to do, but it's beautiful. So beauty is all around us. We just have to find it. You know, it is up to us to find it for sure. Anyhow, I hope all of you all have an amazing day, as I said before. You know, I look forward to any of you all, if you're on the island, come and meet us in the office tomorrow around Crystal Waters. That usually starts to crank around 2 o'clock with Mr. Impact. If you have never seen Mr. Impact, it's time you did it. If you have seen Mr. Impact, you know it's time to come back and see him again, because the guy is just an amazing performer, a true and dedicated ambassador to Barbados, like a lot of us here on the island. My girlfriend, completely in disarray. When my angel came and joined me, she certainly looked a lot worse from that day on. This was my previous beach girl, but as you can see, she's had a really rough time. I'm going to sit with her for a few minutes and console her and try and get her back on the right track again. And hopefully next time you come down here, she will be her beautiful self as she has been in the past. Have a great day, everyone. Love you all. Remember, whatever you do today, to do it with peace in your heart and love in your mind and love in your heart as well, of course. Remember that those around you may not be as fortunate as you today, and some people act out of character when they're going through rough times. So, you know, judge not let you want to be judged yourself. So remember, you have had hard days. There's some days that people have come in contact with you that they could easily have said, well, they're the worst person in the world. But truthfully is, you're one of the nicest people in the world, just as you've had a hard time. So we go through struggles. So let's not bear any kind of bad thoughts in mind. Let us just ease ourselves and free ourselves and forgive those around us if they're not in very good condition at the moment, or if they're acting out of nature. Have a great day. As you can see, it's no longer overcast Barbados. It is a rainy Barbados. If you are on the island, enjoy these conditions. I will tell you, I surely will. I'll be going home now. After I go and feed my dogs, I'll be going home, and I will be putting my feet up, and I will be answering some of your comments and sharing some love with you. And hopefully this afternoon, if it does get clear, I'll be back up here at Tickles Beach Bar. So if you all see the weather break, you all see that there's some sun, I will see you all at Tickles later. If not, hopefully Crystal Waters tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe, be blessed, love you all. Greetings from Barbados, and thank you again on behalf of our care team, our Munch Kings, and each and every one of our EMC members for joining us this morning. Have a blessed day.